Hey guys, I just wanted to come on real quick before I head out to my softball game to talk about part number 2 of my Living on a Budget series. We all know how expensive the grocery stores can be, and if you guys have children or a teenage son especially, you guys know that the grocery store can break the bank. Like, there are some weeks I walk out of the grocery store being like, what just happened? It's insane. The amount of money that you spend at the grocery store can blow your mind. And there are tips and there are ways to save at the grocery store, and I have a couple of them for you guys. It doesn't have to always be such a, heartbreaking experience when you pull out your wallet at the grocery store and swipe your debit card or however you're paying, if you're paying in cash or check, whatever way you decide to do that. It can actually be an okay trip. I typically spend probably about, for the two of us, somewhere between $100 and $130 a week on groceries. My son is 14 years old and he eats a lot. But it's, it happens, and, I make dinners a few times a week, not every day, because I'm not into cooking every day, but I buy enough so that when I do make dinners, we have leftovers for the week, and, so I spend a lot, but I'm sure that if I didn't keep these tips in mind when I'm at the grocery store, I'd probably be spending a lot more. So some things that you can do to save yourself money at the grocery store is to make a list. But here's my key. I'm big into meal prep, and I meal prep weekly. But what I'll do is I'll look at the circulars and the flyers first, and I'll see where the sales are and what items are on sale, and then I will meal plan off of what is on sale. So I'll check out the flyers, see what's on sale, I'll figure out what I'm going to eat for the week, and then I make my list. So that way I'm not walking around the grocery store wondering what to get and just throwing stuff into my cart. I focus on the sale items just because, I am on a budget and I don't want to go over my budget when I'm grocery shopping. And keep in mind, and I think that this is something that people forget, that if there's an item that's on sale and if there's none left, go to customer service, they'll give you a rain check. So then when they get more of that item in, you'll get that item at the sale price. So that's super big too. I don't always buy name brands. I buy generic. There are a few things that I do buy name brands of, like mayonnaise, ketchup, and orange juice, which I know seems really, really weird, but for some reason the name brands I just can't buy the generic for those. Maybe it's in my head, maybe it's not. But a lot of the times I do buy the store brand. It's the same stuff, guys. It tastes the same most of the time, depending on what it is, obviously. And it just has a different label on it. It just has a different name on it, but it's gonna be the same, and it's fine. And it's usually like 10-15 cents cheaper. So you're gonna, if you're buying 10-12 items, you're gonna save yourself a couple dollars. I only shop once a week. I only go to the grocery store once a week unless I absolutely positively forgot something. That way, I'm not running in a couple times a week and I'm not grabbing extra stuff that I don't really need. And I also look for substitutes. So if I know, like, one week we'll do tacos and we'll have, you have to buy ground beef for that. Sometimes ground turkey or ground chicken is a little bit cheaper, and you can make tacos with ground turkey and ground chicken. It's actually delicious. It's also super important to know the layout of the grocery store. So even though you might have your dairy and your cheese on one side and your produce on the other, grocery stores do that on purpose so that you have to walk past all the aisles to get from one end to the other to get all the stuff you need. I try to stay on the perimeter of the grocery store. I don't venture very much into the aisles because that is the stuff that they want you to buy. It's super expensive, and they also will put stuff at your eye level. That is key. They'll put stuff on the end caps and eye level with you to, some companies will pay to have their product on a certain shelf in an aisle just so it catches your eye. So when you're at the grocery store, look a little bit above, look a little bit below, because you're going to save yourself some money. I promise you guys. And coupons. Coupons are huge. Everybody loves coupons. But my most important tip, and I have learned this because I do it sometimes again, I forget, is I don't go grocery shopping when I'm hungry. eat before you go to the grocery store, because if you go grocery shopping when you're hungry, you're going to be buying everything under the sun because you're just in that kind of mood. So if you eat before you go and you're full, you're not going to be buying as much anyways, and you're going to stick to what's on your list. Hopefully some of those tips are useful to you guys. I actually do have some more, but I'm gonna put them in a blog, and I'll put my blog out tomorrow. There's more tips and more ways that you guys can save on the grocery store, so make sure you check out my blog. I'll post it probably tomorrow morning since I'm on vacation this week, and we'll get that done. So you guys can check those out too. So hopefully they'll save you guys some money at the grocery store just like it does to me. So I'm gonna, run off. I got a softball game. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you later.